Hello, I am myself is Dr. Vadiraj B. Tango, Assistant Professor, Sri Jagadguru Tontalaria, Government First Grade College, Mundalvi. In this video, I am dealing with the very basics of superconductivity concept. This is for BSc program for physics subject paper 1. Subject is for 6th semester, Karnataka University, Dharwad, and this is first session in case of superconductivity. I am concentrating about superconductivity and its basic experimental facts about the superconductivity. Learning objectives in this session is to know the concept of superconductivity, to understand the concept of critical temperature and critical magnetic field, experimental facts of superconductivity, concept of isotope effect, and concept of effect of magnetic field on superconducting state. Session outcomes are knowledge of new technology, that is superconductivity, understanding the critical temperature, clarity about experimental facts of superconductivity, persistent current, destruction of magnetic field in a superconducting state. Prerequisites for this discussion is concept about classification of materials into conductors, insulators, semiconductors, and superconductors, and very much clear-cut idea about temperature scale, that is Celsius scale and Kelvin scale. We know Kelvin scale is equal to Celsius plus 273.15, or if we know the Celsius, we can convert it into Kelvin. If we know the Kelvin, we can convert it into Celsius. And we should be aware about cooling method. It is cooling by liquid helium or cooling by liquid nitrogen. Cooling by helium, we can cool up to 0 Kelvin, near to 0 Kelvin, and by nitrogen, we are cooling up to 67 or 68 Kelvin. And electronic structure about conductors and semiconductors, and we should compare with the superconducting state. Syllabus for this discussion is experimental survey, occurrence of superconductivity, destruction of superconductivity by magnetic field, Meissner effect, isotope effect, and applications of superconductivity. So, solid state materials can be classified into conductors, insulators, semiconductors, and superconductors. We are aware that conductors are the class of materials whose resistivity is very low. It can conduct the electricity very easily. Insulators are the class of materials whose resistivity is very high. It cannot conduct the current, electricity is called insulators. Semiconductors are the class of materials whose resistivity lies between pure conductors and insulators. Therefore, they are partly conductors and partly insulators. Therefore, it is called semiconductors. And semiconductors at absolute zero, they are perfect insulators. Now the topic is superconductors. These are the special class of materials. What are these superconductors? We are dealing in a few minutes. Now this superconductors, the discovery of superconductors can be invented by in the year 1911 by Dutch physicist called Kamerlingh Onnes. In short, we can call as K. Onnes. For this invention, he has been awarded the Nobel Prize. Superconductivity is a state of zero resistance at very low temperatures. The definition we can analyze in a detailed manner. The name itself suggests superconductivity. Conductivity is very super. Conductivity is infinite or resistance is zero. State of zero resistance. Resistance is zero. Conductivity is infinite. This state is not at room temperature, but it is at very low temperatures. The low temperatures means the temperature is around about minus 273, minus 260, minus 265. In this way, at very low temperature, it exhibits the special kind of a state of class of material is called as superconductivity. If you see the behavior graphically, we plot the graph temperature along x-axis, resistance along y-axis. Certain class of metals, see here, the metals they are called as non-superconductive metals. If you cool this metal in this way, as the temperature is decreases, resistance is also decreases and decreases up to this point. But resistance cannot become zero at 0 Kelvin. But certain class of materials called superconductors, if the material it cools, resistance decreases at one particular temperature, resistance decreases, suddenly drops to zero. So this temperature Tc is called critical temperature or minimum temperature. The critical temperature can be defined as the minimum temperature at and below in this region, the material exhibits the superconductivity phenomena. Such kind of a minimum temperature at and below the material exhibits the superconductivity. That a temperature is called as critical temperature. Therefore, if you see the graph, the common metals, if the temperature is decreases, resistance is also decreases, but never comes to zero. But superconducting materials, if you decreases the temperature, resistance is also decreases. It at one particular temperature, resistance suddenly drops to zero resistance. That temperature, minimum temperature at and below, the material exhibits the superconductivity. That a temperature is called as critical temperature. Therefore, finally we can define the superconductivity is a state of zero resistance at very low temperature, and we can define the critical temperature as the minimum temperature at and below that temperature material exhibits the superconductivity. That temperature is called as critical temperature. Now we will see the experimental facts about the superconductivity. What are superconductors? Superconductors are the class of materials having almost zero resistance and behaves as a diamagnetic behavior below a transiting temperature or below a critical temperature. One more idea is the superconducting state is diamagnetic in nature. So superconducting is the flow of electric current without any resistance in certain alloys, certain metals, and in certain ceramics. The temperature is near to absolute zero, that is minus 273 degrees Celsius or near to 0 Kelvin. Therefore, first experimental fact is superconducting state is infinite conductivity or zero resistance, or the material behaves as a perfect diamagnetic, and this temperature is critical temperature is nearly 0 Kelvin, or it is also called as absolute temperature. Second experimental fact is Camerly Gons felt that cold wires resistance would dissipate. So very low temperature, cold wire, its resistance it loses. This suggests that there would be a steady decrease in electrical resistance, allowing for better conduction of electricity. Third experimental fact, persistent current. Persistence, the word itself depicts that if you pass the supercurrent once in a superconducting sample, it is cannot be decaying, it is regulating, it is repeating the current in a conductor itself. Therefore, it is called as a persistent current. Once if you pass the electric current in a superconducting state, it cannot be decaying, it can withstand for a very longer period, nearly many years together. Such type of current is called supercurrent, and such kind of a state is called as superconducting state. It is a third experimental fact. Fourth, I have defined this critical temperature. The minimum temperature at and below materials exhibit superconductivity called critical temperature. It is represented by Tc. Critical temperature at which electrical resistance is 0 is called critical temperature. The cooling of the material can be achieved using liquid nitrogen or liquid helium, or very low temperature we can achieve. And this is one data we have been get it from the superconductors.org website. See here, the blue color data, blue colored material, titanium, vanadium, chromium, aluminium, zinc, gallium. So in this way, the blue colored elements, they exhibits superconducting state, but the green colored materials like calcium, scandium, iron, boron, silicon, germanium, phosphorus, arsenic, so these are the green colored elements. They exhibit a superconducting state only with a high pressure concept. Therefore, especially gallium arsenide, especially lanthanum, yttrium, barium oxide. So these are the very good superconducting states. Therefore, blue colored materials, titanium, vanadium, chromium, zinc, niobium, molybdenum, tantalum, ruby. In this way, these are the blue colored materials. They will be good superconductors at very low temperatures. Isotope effect. So one relation that if we have the certain materials, say for example, Kemmerly-Goens has been observed the superconductivity property for the mercury. It shows the superconducting state at 4.2 Kelvin. Mercury having 2 or more isotopes. So if the isotopic mass, we know the isotopic mass, critical temperature of an isotopic mass is inversely proportional to square root of isotopic mass. If the mass if the isotopic mass is large, critical temperature is little bit lesser. Therefore, isotopic effect says that critical temperature is inversely proportional to the square root of the isotopic mass. Next, destruction of superconductivity by magnetic field. So we know whenever we are producing the superconductivity at and below certain critical temperature, it is perfectly superconducting state. If you apply the external magnetic field on such a superconductivity property, then immediately superconducting property will be vanishes. Therefore, the minimum magnetic field where the superconducting property will be vanishes, that minimum magnetic field is called critical field. So therefore, critical field, it is represented by Hc. It is given by the formula Hc is equal to H0. This is a magnetic field at 0 Kelvin, 1 minus T upon Tc whole square. Tc is called critical temperature. T is a temperature at a particular temperature. This is the relation between critical magnetic field, critical temperature. It is called destruction of a superconductivity by a magnetic field. Thank you, one and all.